The estimated strength of field is 1,858. All right, bud, you're ready to go. Like we've talked about time and time again, one lap, one pit stop, one plug nut, one can of fuel, everything, one at a time. One. That's all you've got to do. We'll line up where we need to if everybody does their jobs and everybody's smart.
Great.
Get ready to go here, bud. My boss man, we're rolling.
Nice laps, Josh and Roger.
Thank you.
I tried to tell you 4 times, but I had it deafened.
1. Two.
We got 2 laps here, guys, so take your time.
Looks like you should line up on the inside. The road's closed. Line up behind the 18.
I can't help not think that little wiener is like the little cat doggies.
I do have 3 of them.
Oh, the old Vienna sausages.
If you ever watch Rat Race, that's a
We're
great
on one
movie.
to go.
Yes.
Come on, guys. I got Lee starting right behind me, and you're talking about wieners. You're going to get him all excited with the Viagra.
Yeah, easy.
It doesn't say drive hard and deep for nothing.
Lee, if you're going to get me, just remember to spit on it.
Gotcha.
He's a hawk to it out there.
I think I'm screaming.
It's not a coincidence that we're starting next to each other.
Going green this time, guys.
Fly
Second
back in
gear,
that seat.
45 mile an
Get
hour
something to drink,
pace.
get ready to go here.
Initial starts on the iRacing green.
Pace goes off. Big man, do your job. Green.
Three. 4.
Lap time 27.393. P18. Laps of fuel 113. On lap 2 of 160. Lap time 19.720. P18. Laps of fuel 115. On lap 3 of 160.
That was a good lap.
Lap time 19.447. P18. Laps of fuel 116. On lap 4 of 160.
Great lap, great lap.
Lap
Keep it up.
time 19.101. P18. Laps of fuel 114. On lap 5 of 160. Lap time 19.163.
Car the track.
P18.
18.8.
Laps of fuel 114. On lap 6 of 160.
Sorry.
Inside. Your fast guys are running 19.117. Clear low.
Lap time 20.138. P17. Laps of fuel 113.
You're alright.
On lap 7 of 160.
That's a nice save by both of you, I'll say that.
Lap time 19.516.
Car the track.
P17. Laps of fuel 111. On lap 8 of 160. Lap time 19.119. P17. Laps of fuel 109. On lap 9 of 160.
Great lap.
Lap time 19.014. P17. Laps of fuel 108. On lap 10 of 160.
Clear low.
Lap time 19.318. P16. Laps of fuel 106. On lap 11 of 160. Lap time 18.989. P16. Laps of fuel 104. On lap 12 of 160.
Caution, caution. Save us a little here. Nice and smooth. Cool your tires off. Get your fans on.
Car high on the back strip.
Lap time 19.445.
Alright, we need to be
P16.
behind at 17.
Laps of fuel 104. On lap 13 of 160.
Get behind the 17.
Pace car out of 2.
Three.
Pit road is open. Adjust
Lap
your
time
brakes if needed.
29.439. P16. Laps of fuel 104. On lap 14 of 160. $771. 700. 600. 500. 400. 300. 200. 100. 0.
Go, man, go, 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 go. Pit road speed.
2.
Lap time 51.688. P17. Laps of fuel 120. On lap 15 of 160.
Line up behind the 42. Line up behind the 70. You should be behind the 42.
Lap time 33.975.
Tell you to go and then not go.
P15. Laps of fuel 120. On lap 16 of 160.
I imagine it's going to have you drop to the back here.
They got to be ahead of the 13, but behind the 77.
Pace car said they're ready, so should be one to go here. 10-4. I think you're on the inside. I bet you'll be behind the
Everybody drive past me.
Lap time
Alright guys, we're going green this
33.434.
time.
P15.
Number second gear.
Laps of fuel
Roger.
121.
Alright, you're going to have to come
And,
around
On lap
88.
17 of
Everybody just be aware that this
160.
might be a little sketchy on a restart.
Lean them up
You
real
go
good.
Good, Josh, thanks.
Pace car's off, be ready. Green.
3. 4.
Outside.
Lap time
You're clear.
35.605.
Outside.
P16.
Still out
Laps
there.
of fuel
Slow one on the bottom.
120. On lap
Side
18
standing
of
through the traffic.
160.
Still out there, man. Outside. Still out there, man. Clear outside. Get that fucker out of the way.
Lap
Keep
time
on going, don't move.
20.859.
I'm on it. Outside.
P16.
Clear, clear.
Laps of fuel 120. On lap 19 of 160. Lap time 19.655. P16. Laps of fuel 118. On lap 20 of 160. Lap time 19.108. P16. Laps of fuel 117. On lap 21 of 160. Lap time 19.121. P16. Laps of fuel 116. On lap 22 of 160. Lap time 19.327. P16. Laps of fuel 114. On lap
John,
23 of 160.
I'm laps down.
I'm fine.
Lap time 19.420. P16.
I'm just trying to
Laps of
finish in
fuel
the top 20.
113. On lap 24 of 160. Lap time 19.403. P16. Laps of fuel 112. On lap 25 of 160. Lap time 19.048. P16. Laps of fuel 111. On lap 26 of 160.
Clear outside if you want it. Outside. Clear high. Outside, outside.
Lap time
Clear
19.557. P16.
Poker on the bottom.
Laps of fuel 109. On
What do you
lap
got for
27
temperature?
of 160.
Sorry if I get into you there, Lee.
Nope, you're fine. I think I lost her at my own. Never been up front with you guys. I got all excited.
You've been up here.
Lap
Rod,
time
more than you say you have.
23.983.
Stop taking that pill.
Didn't you win?
I was just gonna say, I must be giving out
Laps of
samples.
fuel 110.
Just
On lap
super
28
speedways
of
got lucky.
160.
I disagree with the
You're going to be
luck.
coming around at
771.
79.
700. 600. 500. 400. 300. 200. 100.
1.
Lucky dog high.
0.
Sorry about that pit entrance there, Roger. I didn't really have a way to get in front of you without cutting you off.
Go, man, go, 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 go. Speed all the way down.
Lap time 57.732. P17. Laps of fuel 124. On lap 29 of 160.
Line up behind the 17.
Three. 4.
Lucky dog staying high so everybody can go by me.
Lap time 36.596. P14. Laps of fuel 123.
3.
On lap 30 of 160.
2.
Coming around at 88. We're on 1 to go. Looks like you should line up on the inside. We're going to restart behind the 82.
Lap time
Going green this time, bye, guys. Everybody's got
29.741.
yours, Gary.
P14. Laps of fuel 124. On lap 31 of 160.
Come on, baby, it's all you now, man. Let's rock and roll. All right, boss man, pace cars off. Green flag.
3. 4.
Lap time 37.887. P15. Laps of fuel
Outside.
123.
Still out
On
there.
lap 32
Clear
of
if you need it.
160.
Outside. You're clear him.
Lap time 22.005. P18. Laps of fuel 123. On lap 33 of 160. Lap time 19.301. P18.
No, you're good. I saw in the last
Laps
second.
of fuel
You're good.
Thanks for your
122.
patience, guy.
On lap 34 of 160.
Pitting behind you.
Lap time 19.285. P17. Laps of fuel 120. On lap 35 of 160.
Great lap that last lap.
Lap time 18.884. P17. Laps of fuel 119. On lap 36 of 160. Lap time 19.161. P17. Laps of fuel 117. On lap 37 of 160. Lap time 19.454. P17. Laps of fuel 116.
Really good job. Tell me about your race.
On lap 38 of
Tried to stop, Trader, I couldn't
160.
stop.
Alright, looks like you're going to be lining up behind the 17.
Mark, was that me?
3,
I just knew you were on my outside. I don't know if we hit or not.
Looks like you should be lining up behind the 42.
Lap time 26.496. P14.
Pit road will be
Laps
open.
of fuel 116.
I'm not 100%
On lap
sure.
39 of
Just got stuck there
160.
pretty wide because I slid and it was a tight turn. I thought if I came up into somebody, let me know.
You're going to be coming around the 79.
771. 600. 500.
He's going to do an SP.
400. 300.
And 99.
200. 100.
1,
0.
We'll get a good look at him.
I will take it SVP by 8 minutes.
We'll fix you up, get you better.
Sorry, Mark. That was me.
That was that wall there, John.
Yeah, I hit that hard. I got 8 minutes required from that. I just tapped the
Oh
wall.
my God. From my view, you look like you hit it pretty hard.
Apparently.
Look like a pinball machine.
And it was only a 2X, too.
Eight minutes. We might have 45 laps in by then.
'93 is up against the inside wall. Got to drop again.
There you guys, going green this time. Field is yours, Roger.
Pace car's off, be ready. Green flag. girl. Say again. Caution port. In the wall.
Pace car out of 2.
Well, I
You
figure
guys
on only
enjoy.
hope.
I can't take it anymore.
Sorry to hear that, Larry.
Have a good night, Larry.
Yeah, thanks. Sorry, Larry.
Yeah.
Told me it's clear.
I
I knew.
guess.
I knew better.
Are you streaming in my car now?
All good, man.
Yeah. Actually, I'll chase view of your car.
I need to extend Josh
Oh,
one lap.
wonderful.
Pressure's on.
We're just now 2 to go.
No,
okay,
feel the
I read it
pressure.
wrong.
I should have got 4 more minutes of damage to fix here.
I know you're thinking, how could you read it
Better
wrong? It
stuff.
says 2 to green.
We don't have a lot of people tonight, but it's one of those tracks we don't run a lot of.
I was trying to figure out where you were on the track.
Yeah, I was doing okay. I can't believe I hit the
Well,
wall
I mean, to give him props, he said that right before it said 2 to green.
We like this.
Alright, boss man, pace car's off. Let's do this thing. Green flag.
Way to battle back. Nice job.
What was that, Doug?
Way to battle back. Nice job.
Thanks, man. She's still collecting it. like that high stuff.
I never like the high stuff.
I hadn't run up there the whole night. That was the first time, so I wasn't sure what to expect.
I am a bottom feeder.
Go, 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 go. Hard, hard, hard.
2.
And I'm back.
Lap time 9:49.443.
Nah,
P18.
let him go.
Laps of fuel 171. On lap 40 of 160.
3. 4.
The sparks coming off the car are pretty cool though.
Yeah, I saw a lot of that.
Lap time 29.344. P18.
What that is?
Laps of fuel 130. On lap 41 of 160. Lap time 19.321.
Hi Hastings, I'm all jacked up.
P18.
Clear.
Laps of fuel 126. On lap 42 of 160.
Yeah, I got that. I have damage too.
Lap time
You have damage to 2 tires
19.464.
though.
P18. Laps of fuel 126.
True.
On lap 43 of 160. Lap time 18.996. P18. Laps of fuel 122. On lap 44 of 160. Lap time 18.965. P17. Laps of fuel 120. On lap 45 of 160. Lap time 19.256. P17. Laps of fuel 118. On lap 46 of 160. Lap time 19.043. P17. Laps of fuel 116. On lap 47 of 160. Lap time 19.134. P17. Laps of fuel 115. On lap 48 of 160. Lap time 20.180. P17. Laps of fuel 114. On lap 49 of 160. Lap time 20.170.
Outside.
P17. Laps of fuel 114.
Good job.
On lap 50 of 160.
Keep going a little efficiently.
Thank you.
Lap time 19.526. P17. Laps of fuel 112. On lap 51 of 160. Lap time 19.238. P17. Laps of fuel 110. On lap 52 of 160. Lap time 19.497. P17. Laps of fuel 109. On lap 53 of 160.
Sorry, Lee. Am I getting in your way?
No, I got nowhere to go. Till Josh starts passing
Lap
people
time
again.
19.715. P17. Laps of fuel 108. On lap 54 of 160. Lap time 19.956. P17. Laps of fuel 107. On lap 55 of 160.
Caution. What have you got? Pit road is closed.
Good racing there, Andrew.
Alright, looks like you're going to be lining
Lap
up
time
behind
20.970.
the pace car.
P17.
You're going to be lining up behind
Laps of
the
fuel
70.
107. On lap 56 of 160.
2,
Pace car, middle of the back.
3,
It's open, pit road open.
Lap time 25.213. P17. Laps of fuel 106. On lap 57 of 160.
Looks like you should be lining up behind the 70. I bet you'll be behind the 1899. Got the lucky dog.
Lucky dog.
Got a lap car coming to your outside.
2,
Lap time 24.542.
Andrew, have you drove this track?
P17. Laps of fuel 107. On lap 58 of 160.
Alright, looks like you're gonna be lining up
770.
behind
Have you
the,
drove this
600.
104.
500.
Oh,
400.
sorry, was my push to talk
300.
just go there?
200. 100.
It wasn't, sorry.
1,
0.
Can we fix it up,
Oh,
Brian?
man, I don't know
Let it
what
be.
happened. The work in practice. Sorry
What
about
it
that. But, yeah, no, I've raced Martinsville and Bristol, but never Nashville. Yeah, we were curious if you've been here or not.
Go, 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 go.
2,
Lap time 101.012. P17. Laps of fuel
Behind the
127. On lap 59 of 160.
Three.
We're on one. One to go. You will be in the bottom this time.
2.
Next time you cross the line, be halfway in the race.
Lap
Get
time
behind the 31.
33.30
This time, guys. I think I'm the only one on no tires here.
Laps of fuel
Fish, what lap are you on?
126. On lap 60 of 160.
I am on 81.
Okay. I'm only 21 down.
Let's go, buddy. Nice and smooth.
Almost there, Ethan. Just a few more cautions.
I can see it. I can see it.
I gotta go let you go by, Bill.
Pace car's off.
I gotta let you go by.
Be ready. Green
I
flag.
gotta pass you, Greg. I
On the
gotta
way,
pass you.
Earl. Standing right next to him, bud. Already told him twice.
3. 4.
Lap time
Yeah, it's got a black flag. Told me to
36.505.
pass you.
Yeah, I got a
P17.
black flag too.
Laps of fuel 126.
Outside.
On lap
Clear.
61 of 160.
I got a passing under yellow.
Yep, me too.
Lap time 21.621. P17. Laps of fuel 125. On lap 62 of 160. Lap time 19.356. P17. Laps of fuel 124. On lap 63 of 160.
Yeah, I had my black flag before it, as soon as I come out of the pits.
Lap time 19.030. P17. Laps of fuel 122. On lap 64 of 160.
Car stopped on the bottom.
Second front stretch, inside wall.
Lap time 19.623. P17. Laps of fuel 121. On lap 65 of 160. Lap time 19.414. P17. Laps of fuel 120. On lap 66 of 160. Lap time 19.031. P17. Laps of fuel 118. On lap 67 of 160. Lap time 19.027. P17. Laps of fuel 117. On lap 68 of 160. Lap time 18.937. P17. Laps of fuel 115. On lap 69 of 160. Lap time 18.999. P16. Laps of fuel 114. On lap 70 of 160. Lap time 19.214. P16. Laps of fuel 112. On lap 71 of 160. Lap time 19.230. P16. Laps of fuel 111. On lap 72 of 160. Lap time 19.297. P16. Laps of fuel 110. On lap 73 of 160.
Giving you a little fish.
Lap time 19.522. P16. Laps of fuel 109. On lap 74 of 160.
Maybe I look closer in your mirror, maybe you have the percent up or something, but...
He's driving that big boy
Lap
BMW.
time 19.833. P16. Laps of fuel 108. On lap 75 of 160.
Behind you here.
Lap time 19.566.
Yes, sir.
Definitely
P16.
didn't have to do that, but thank you.
Laps of fuel 107. On lap 76
that last
of
run, you guys all ate
160.
me up at the end. Had to save a little bit.
I hear you. Well, if it's the other way around.
Lap
I'll
time
give it back.
19.452. P16. Laps of fuel 106. On lap 77 of 160. Lap time 19.383. P16. Laps of fuel 104. On lap 78 of 160. Lap time 19.774. P16. Laps of fuel 103. On lap 79 of 160. Lap time 19.290.
Clear up.
P16. Laps of fuel 102. On lap 80 of 160. Lap time 19.787. P16. Laps of fuel 101. On lap 81 of 160. Lap time 19.676. P16. Laps of fuel 100. On lap 82 of 160. Lap time 20.051. P16. Laps of fuel 99. On lap 83 of 160. Lap time 19.791. P16. Laps of fuel 98. On lap 84 of 160. Lap time 19.375. P16. Laps of fuel 97. On lap 85 of 160. Lap time 19.467. P16. Laps of fuel 96. On lap 86 of 160. Lap time 19.748. P15. Laps of fuel 95. On lap 87 of 160. Lap time 19.674. P15. Laps of fuel 94. On lap 88 of 160. Lap time 19.798. P15. Laps of fuel 93. On lap 89 of 160. Lap time 19.962. P15. Laps of fuel 92. On lap 90 of 160.
3.
The road's closed. Looks like you should be lining up behind us. 104.
Lap time 21.281.
Come around to face car.
P15. Laps
Line
of fuel 91.
104.
On lap 91 of 160.
Pace car, middle of the backstretch.
Pit road is open.
Lap time 21.971. P15. Laps of fuel 90. On lap 92 of 160.
Should be starting behind the 104. Lining up behind the pace car. 99. Got the lucky dog.
Lap time
Coming to the
22.198.
outside. Coming outside.
Okay.
Looks like he
Laps
should be
of
lining
fuel
up behind the
89.
99.
On lap 93 of 160.
What was yours on that?
What?
Lining up behind
Lap
the
time
pace car.
41.180. P15. Laps of fuel 90. On lap 94 of 160.
One to go. So looks like it'd be on
Lap
the
time
inside.
43.449. P15. Laps
Road
of
is
fuel
closed.
90.
I didn't want to try passing.
On lap 95 of 160.
I guess. Going this time by. Good luck.
I didn't even get a chance to pit.
Lap time
Alright, man, so think about a
23.670.
restart here. It's a good one.
P15. Laps of fuel 89.
Race starts off. Be ready.
On lap 96 of 160.
3,
Green flag. One is coming
2.
back pretty quick right now. I don't know what's wrong with him. One is coming
3.
back pretty quick right now. I don't know what's wrong with
4,
him.
Lap time 22.142. P15. Laps of fuel 88. On lap 97 of 160. Lap time 19.856. P15. Laps of fuel 87.
13. Business
On
leader.
lap 98 of 160.
P3.
Lap time
Is the best car on the track.
19.324.
18.6.
P15. Laps of
He's in
fuel
the middle of
85.
the track, man. Going slow.
On lap 99 of
3.
160.
Slow car on the bottom. Slow on the bottom.
Racking.
Sorry, guys, that'll be
Dave.
Lap time
Dave.
20.961.
Close your car.
P15.
Closed.
Laps of fuel
We'll be lining
84.
up behind the 99.
On lap
Sorry, guys,
100 of
it was my fault.
160.
99.
I got loose.
4,
We're going to restart behind the 88.
You told me soon enough, Craig. I was out as far as I was, as far as I could go.
Oh, no, I know, Lee.
Lap
3.
time 27.994. P15. Laps of fuel
You'll be lining up
83.
behind the 88.
On lap 101 of 160.
Should be starting behind the 18.
2,
Open. Open.
Lap time 27.100.
Be careful.
P15.
Alright, you're going to have to come
Laps
around
of fuel
the 18.
83. On lap 102 of 160.
3,
Alright, so we're going to have to come around the 39. You're going to be coming around the 70,
4.
come around the 31. Alright, so we're going to have to come around the 23. Coming around the 26. Alright, looks like you're going to be lining up behind the 18. You're behind the 54. We're going to restart behind the 82.
Lap
Looks
time
like you should be lining up behind the
30.012.
99.
P15. Laps of fuel 82. On
Yeah, I
lap
gotta stay behind you, mate.
103 of 160.
Behind the 99. I think it's still
Lap
along
time
the line, isn't it? Going to the field.
23.875.
Lining up behind the 88.
P15. Laps of fuel
2.
82. On lap 104 of 160.
You're going to be lining up behind the 18. One to go. You'll be lining up on the inside.
Going green this time. Field is yours, Gary.
3.
You should be behind the 18.
Lap time 39.860. P15. Laps of fuel
2.
81. On lap 105 of 160.
What laps are leaders on?
Drag those brakes a little bit, get a little bit easy in those rotors.
This is never going to end, is it?
Do our thing, boss.
We're
man.
getting there.
Be ready.
Totally lost.
Green flag.
3. 4.
Lap time 34.640. P15. Laps of fuel 80. On lap 106 of 160. Lap time 20.120. P15. Laps of fuel 79. On lap 107 of 160. Lap time 19.326. P15. Laps of fuel 78. On lap 108 of 160. Lap time 19.204.
Fastest car on the racetrack.
P15.
18.6.
Laps of fuel 77. On lap 109 of 160. Lap time 19.302. P15. Laps of fuel 75. On lap 110 of 160. Lap time 19.168. P15.
The 20
Laps of fuel 74. On lap 111 of 160. Lap time 19.091. P15. Laps of fuel 73. On lap 112 of 160. Lap time 19.492. P15. Laps of fuel 72. On lap 113 of 160. Lap time 19.224. P15. Laps of fuel 70. On lap 114 of 160. Lap time 19.212. P15. Laps of fuel 69. On lap 115 of 160.
Couple up, pitting in front of you.
Lap time 19.485. P15. Laps of fuel 68. On lap 116 of 160. Lap time 19.341. P15. Laps of fuel 67. On lap 117 of 160. Lap time 19.896. P15. Laps of fuel 66. On lap 118 of 160. Lap time 19.452. P15. Laps of fuel 65. On lap 119 of 160. Lap time 19.493. P15. Laps of fuel 63. On lap 120 of 160.
Give you a low, Lee.
Keep going, keep going. I'm just trying to stay with you in case something happens here.
Lap time 19.512. P14. Laps of fuel 62. On lap 121 of 160. Lap time 19.473. P13. Laps of fuel 61. On lap 122 of 160. Lap time 19.457. P13. Laps of fuel 60. On lap 123 of 160. Lap time 19.636. P13. Laps of fuel 59. On lap 124 of 160. Lap time 19.496. P13. Laps of fuel 58. On lap 125 of 160. Lap time 19.822. P13. Laps of fuel 56. On lap 126 of 160.
You can have the bottom up if you want. I'm way off.
I'm not going anywhere. I'm just following
Lap
you down.
time 19.799.
I'm not going to pass you.
P13. Laps of fuel 56. On lap 127 of 160. Lap time 20.564. P13. Laps of fuel 54. On lap 128 of 160. Lap time 19.587. P13. Laps of fuel 53. On lap 129 of 160.
You guys running for position?
Lap time 19.556.
No, we're just cruising.
P13.
Okay.
Laps of fuel 52.
Like there's
on
no way
lap
I'm
130 of 160.
Want me to slow him down for you?
I wreck you, I can pick up one more spot and get a top 10.
Lap time 19.850. P13. Laps of fuel 51. On lap 131 of 160.
You're in your mirror.
Lap time 19.981. P13. Laps of fuel 50. On lap 132 of 160. Lap time 19.912. P13. Laps of fuel 49. On lap 133 of 160.
Outside, clear.
Lap time 20.605. P13. Laps of fuel 49. On lap 134 of 160. Lap time 21.414. P13. Laps of fuel 47. On lap 135 of 160.
Thank you.
Lap time 19.837. P13. Laps of fuel 46. On lap 136 of 160. Lap time 19.691. P13.
Feel like I hit a
Laps of
brick
fuel
wall.
45. On lap 137 of 160. Lap time 19.693.
Stay on the inside, Lloyd.
P13. Laps of fuel 44. On lap 138 of 160.
I just touched it.
Couple more laps.
Lap time 19.644. P13. Laps of fuel 43. On lap 139 of 160.
That's
You guys couldn't slow down for me for 2 laps, could you?
Lap time 19.839. P13. Laps of fuel 42. On lap 140 of 160.
Nice job, Lloyd.
Nice job, Lloyd.
Thanks,
Job,
fellas.
Lloyd. Job, Roger.
Job, Lloyd.
Grace in
Lap
there.
time 19.941.
Check your flag.
P13.
Yeah.
But my ass
Laps of fuel 41.
Come on, guys. We got
On lap 2 of 191.
Patrick, I apologize. Every time I made a mistake, you were right, either behind me or beside me.
No problem. Every time I got in
770.
front of you, I fishtailed
700. 600.
Good win, Lloyd. Good run.
500.
Nice
Thank
job,
you.
guys.
Good run there, Roger.
Yeah, that's like a win for
Gary,
me.
good run.